Hello. Today is Friday the 22nd of April. I had to think about that. And I'm packing up yet again, this time to move on to Firenze, or as they say, Florence in English. But we don't speak English anymore. What we do, but we try not to with the locals because they don't understand you. Anyway, the day before yesterday, not ieri, l'altro ieri, see my Italian's improving, I went to Positano. I've always loved Positano. I haven't been there probably for about 10, maybe 15 years. And it was the strangest feeling as I got off the ferry. Beautiful ride, by the way, down the Amalfi Coast on the ferry. As I got off the ferry, I really felt as though I'd come home. It was the most extraordinary feeling of, I'm back. Anyway, Positano, as you may or may not know, is very steep. So my suggestion is that if your legs aren't as strong as you would like them to be, get working on them now before you go to Positano. I was very pleasantly surprised to discover that my legs are much, much stronger than I thought, and so are my lungs. I think part of that, of course, is because I'm no longer in Melbourne and my asthma has disappeared again, which is very exciting, as far as I'm concerned anyway. I did find it to be very touristy, but of course we are coming into season. It's April moving into May, the hordes descend. There are shops everywhere, some of them selling what is basically overpriced crap, and some of them selling really, really gorgeous stuff. Like everywhere you shop in the world, it's repeated, so you often feel, you walk into one shop, you often feel as though you've just been in it, but in fact you haven't. It's just the same as next door and the shop before and the shop before, because of course they sell what they consider to be fashionable. It's very Positano-like, you won't find it elsewhere, and it's fashionable. But we, as women in our 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, whatever, are more into style than fashion, because we know what style is about, whereas fashion is for younger people who are into built-in obsolescence, happy to buy something that will only last 6 weeks and move on. The one thing I did notice in Positano was everybody's shop, shop, shop attitude. I've never seen people spend so much money. Seriously, get a grip, folks. You just don't need it. Clothes maybe, and shoes. The shoes in Italy are just, in my opinion, to die for. Truly, I've never seen so much bling, and I love bling. So it could be because it's just this year, although I seem to recall having bought a lot of bling in the past in various areas in Italy. So yeah, be prepared for shoe shopping. If you're bringing your man with you, make sure he understands that this is one of the most important things of the trip. There's a lot to see in Positano. It really is the most gorgeous place. Be prepared to become a mountain goat. All cobblestones, of course, so again, I hate saying this, but wear sensible shoes. You don't want to fracture an ankle or do something really, really stupid and destroy your holiday, do you? No. And also, I must say, for Positano, more than the other places on the Amalfi Coast, it is a completely stress-free environment. Seriously, domani and dopodomani, you just breathe and relax, and wonderful, wonderful. As you can tell, I love it. You can get there on the bus, a seater bus. More about seater buses later. Not my favourite company. Or a ferry. The ferries, of course, only run at certain times of the year. They're just, as I said earlier, moving into height of season, so there are more and more ferries. You can get a ferry from Salerno all the way down to Capri, but not yet. At the moment, you have to get the ferry to Amalfi and then on to Positano. Can you get a ferry from Positano to Capri? Yes, you can. Yesterday, I actually went to Positano and I got the bus to Sorrento. And my intention was to get a ferry from Sorrento back to Positano, Amalfi, Salerno. But the ferries aren't running. So I was going to get a bus and the buses weren't running. Sorry, they don't run buses from Sorrento to Napoli? Something wrong here. Anyway, I ended up getting the train, and that's another story in itself. Not a good one, I'm afraid. So I will talk to you all later. Have a wonderful day, wherever you are in the world. Perhaps the sun is over the yardarm, literally. If not, it's always over the yardarm, figuratively. So have a glass of champagne for me. Ciao.